We had a brief walk from our hotel to Franklin, the bar and restaurant in a converted, nearly 100-year-old car showroom, with an open kitchen and a very imaginative menu. Like everything else I experienced in my brief Hobart visit, the vibe at Franklin was very laid back. Off to one side was a space reserved for private events, with pneumatic gauges, possibly dating back to the days of the car dealership, although with unmistakably 21st century lighting and wall art. It took us less than 60 seconds to decide we wanted the Feed Me menu option, with 9 tastes from the a la carte menu at the discretion of the chef. The first of these were yeast crisps with chicken liver parfait, well concealed in these photos between the crunchy crisp layers. Right after we'd dispatched these came the wood-fired Tasmanian Angusy oysters with lemon leaf, and young radishes with very much edible radish greens to be dipped into whipped lardo. That may sound awfully simple, but I would crave a subscription to this lardo preparation to go with young radishes when I buy them. Many of the tastes could have been either starters or small mains, such as the stunning raw lamb with Jerusalem artichoke and coffee brown butter. This was so astonishingly good that there was no time to inquire what the greens on top were. Wood-fired potato bread with cured pork sausage and turnip tops arrived at the same time, and this humble-sounding dish was equally hard to divide up fairly. We each wanted more. Again, I made no inquiry as to what the dipping sauce was. Some sort of aioli, I vaguely recall. There was wine too, obviously. A carefully selected list of provenances from Tasmania, Victoria, and Europe. And we had both various whites by the glass and a bottle of red. But, as frequently happens to me when I'm in company, my note-taking discipline slips, and I kept no record of what we had. I can assure you that we were most satisfied with our choices. As I noted was often the case in Australia, particular imagination was bestowed on vegetable dishes. In this case, soft-baked celeriac with hazelnut and bitter cress, where my iPhone couldn't quite get the right lighting. And a King Edward potato galette with pickled walnut, and what I seem to recall was coriander and another fresh herb. If this were to surprise me for my supper after a hard workday, my mood would instantly soar. There was a big meat dish, too, braised Littlewood lamb shoulder, that coming from a grower not far from Hobart, with green garlic and Portuguese cabbage. The green garlic was incorporated into a vividly colored broth, as you can see. As to what Portuguese cabbage is, your guess is as good as mine. Something kale-y in my eyes, and no doubt about it being very tasty. We requested our customary break before dessert, so I got a chance to take in a bit of the decor towards the front of the restaurant, appreciating the very high, gauzy curtains up against the walls. Our dessert reprised one of the root vegetables we'd had earlier on, Jerusalem artichoke. Here as an ice cream with malt and unidentified mixed seeds. If you aren't sure whether Jerusalem artichokes work as ice cream, take my word for it, they do. And the surrounding malt liquid made the ice cream even better. By the time we left, it was cold enough that I was unabashed about getting out my scarf identifying me as a European. The walk back to the hotel was brisk, and I was very much looking forward to our all-day excursion to Mona the next day. All those exciting details coming up very soon.